Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go on ahead and prime with my NYX Jumbo Pencil. Make sure to get it under your eyes because we're going to do some lower lid shadow later on. And then I'm going to go on ahead and take my BH Cosmetics number 12 brush and go on ahead and set it with my Laura Mercier powder. And I'm pretty generous with this. I like to make sure that I get my entire eyelid and underneath my eyelid. So on to the Modern Renaissance palette, I'm going to take my Morphe brush. I'll add in which brush I used, I can't remember. Anyways, I'm going to take the color Burnt Orange and go above my crease. So the crease is like your little fold, but I'm going to go above that to build up, and this will be my transition color. That way we'll get a nice gradient kind of ombre effect. So I'm just going to do windshield wiper motions. And one quick tip is to make sure that every color that you do for your eyeshadow look has like its own brush. That way you can have a more ombre gradient effect going on so it doesn't all clash and look sloppy. I forgot my tape, so typically I put on tape before I even start my eyeshadow to help with my eyeliner. So I'm just going to pop that on and then go right back in and build up that burnt orange color. I really want the oranges to kind of show because I use the white base, so I don't want any of that chalkiness to show. And then I just take a clean fluffy brush and just blend everything on out. And now I'm going in with the color Real Gar, and what I'm going to do is blend this along with the burnt orange to kind of give it a gradient effect. I'm just going to go back and forth and build up that color so that it's nice and noticeable. And then I'm going to yet again blend because you can never blend too much. And then I'm going back in with Real Gar because I really want that color to kind of pop. A lot of times when you blend stuff out, the color gets lost. So you kind of have to go back in. And next I'm taking another Morphe brush and I'm going to apply the shade Venetian Red. And I like to apply this on a blending brush because it gives a more seamless look instead of packing it directly onto my lid. The goal for this look is to kind of make sure that everything blends together seamlessly. And what I'm doing is I just dip back into that color as needed and just build up that hot pink color. So I'm just going to do the other eye. Clearly one eye has a lot more than the other, so I'm going to try and even that out. And what I'm going to do is just continue to build up that hot pink color because this is the main shadow of the look that I'm going for. And I'm just sure to blend after each application of the pink shadow because I'm kind of starting to get a harsh line, and yet again you can never blend too much, so I want to keep the intensity of the hot pink but yet again make sure that it blends nicely with everything else. So I'm reapplying the pink shadow again because anytime you blend you typically lose shadow and you have to reapply. And then what I'm going to do is, since I lost a lot of that burnt orange in Real Gar, I'm going to go ahead again with the brushes that I used for those colors and going ahead and reapply. And just some finishing touches. I'm going to go on ahead and blend the inner corners of my eyes. I hate when you can see someone's primer like in the very inner corner. So anyway, I'm going to go in with my NYX glitter liner in the shade Gold. And y'all, this stuff was burning so bad. Like every time I do it, I have to fan my eyes just to alleviate like some of the burn. And then I'm just going to go on ahead and prime my face using my Smashbox primer. This is really good if you have oily skin like I do. I typically don't have any problems with being extra oily with this. And be sure to get your smile lines if you have them like I do. Mine crease so badly, but this definitely helps. So I'm just going to also apply that kind of in my T-zone because I have really big pores around my nose too. And then what I'm going to do is remove my tape, and as you can see I have a nice line. I'm going to go on ahead and kind of rush through this part because I think everybody knows how to apply their foundation and concealer. But just to let you guys know what I'm using my NARS Creamy Concealer in Biscuit. I spritz a little bit of Fix Plus on my Real Techniques stippling brush that I got from CVS for about $8. And I'm not going to use foundation in this look because it's hot outside. So I'm just going to stipple away and make sure that that's nice and blended. I'm kind of going for a lightweight face makeup look, whatever, for this. And I kind of like concealer because it covers up my dark spots. And then what I'm going to do next is just going ahead and set my powder because, like I said, I have extremely oily skin. I know that this brush broke and I rubber banded it together because I didn't have glue. But anyways, I'm going to set my face, not with the dark deep, that was a mistake, with the dark golden. Sometimes the Laura Mercier can make me look a little dusty and casket ready. One thing that I really recommend is that if you are a person of color, to get a powder that matches your skin to set. I don't know how some people use that Laura Mercier and pack it on because it literally makes me look dusty. So I'm using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Golden, and that really helps me to not look so gray and ashy. And right now I'm going to go on ahead in with my bronzer. And since it is summertime and you can never be too bronzed, and I'm singing, I don't know which song, I'm just going to kind of go a little heavy with the bronzer. I'm also going in a little heavy with it because I did use concealer instead of foundation, and concealer is typically lighter, or it's supposed to be lighter than your foundation. So I'm just going to be a little heavy-handed with this bronzer to get a nice bronzed look. And next we are going to go on ahead in with some liquid highlights. So I have the Cover FX custom enhancer drops in the shade, I can't talk, Sunlight. And a little bit goes a long way. As you can see, my nose looks extremely shiny after that one small drop. And I'm going to pat this into my skin. And then what I'm going to go on ahead and do is put my powder highlight over top. And what I'm using is the Nicole, I can't pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it the Nicole G highlight palette. And I believe I used the shade 143. Or did I use Glow Getter? I can't remember because those shades kind of look similar. But I just went on ahead and applied that to my nose, high points of my cheeks, chin, you know the drill. So I went on ahead and applied some lashes by Nicole G. I got them from CVS. They were about $7. I think they were in the style wispy. But I love these lashes. I will forever be a fan, and you guys will probably get sick of me talking about them and using them. I just popped on some mascara. This is just some regular drugstore mascara. I don't know. I have this thing about like using expensive mascaras. I don't believe in it. Like, if you're going to put on false eyelashes, there is no point. And so I went on ahead and took a random blending brush because I realized I did not blend my highlight on my brow bone correctly. So I went on ahead and fixed that. I applied this NYX liquid suede lip liner in the shade Sandstorm, and this is like the perfect nude for me. Like, I have searched everywhere for the perfect nude, and this one, in my opinion, is the best for my skin tone. So I'm not going to use any lipstick. I'm just going to use this lip suede pencil because it's actually very soft. And I have this random lip gloss. I don't know the company, where I got it from, or the name, but I'm just going to apply a little bit on the center of my lips just to give it a slight glossy look. And I'm going to yet again finish off with my MAC Fix Plus spray. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. I would definitely want to hear in the comments what you guys want to see next. I am open to trying different things, so definitely let me know what ideas you guys may want to see.